All right. Welcome to Closet Conversations with Regina and Tasha.
Oh, I'm so excited about it. Well, our style meets our substance here, right? And I'm so happy that we're continuing to talk about truth, healing, and friendship through our conversations. Those are our guests. And we're going to have these soft moments and we're going to be talking about things today might be very interesting. Like some
Yeah.
people don't like to talk about it, but guess what? It's a safe space. We're empowering our truths. We're hoping that our podcast continues to create space. We want to laugh, we want to grow, we want it to be organic. So that connection is real. And we're always talking about real talk, real style, and real sisterhood. And we have so many platforms that you can actually find us on.
Yeah. So look for us on all of social media as Closet Conversations with Regina and Tasha. We're on Facebook, we're on TikTok. And then, of course, our email address is closetconversations26@gmail.com. Right into us. We want to hear from you.
Let us know. I mean, come on, our Facebook inbox is empty, but yet people are putting those likes on there, right? They're putting those likes and they're like, oh, I can't wait. Well, give us something to talk about because our topic today. Mm,
The loneliness of strong women.
I mean, what
I
does
don't
that
know if
even
people are
look
ready.
like?
I
I don't think
don't
they're
know if
ready because you were actually like putting your hair up, getting ready, and you're like, wait a minute, just
they're-
looking in the mirror. What does that look like? You
Right.
know? So
Yeah.
that strong woman, why do you think we're talking about this today? Why does this mean a lot to us today?
I think a lot of people, especially women of a certain season,
Mhm. That's
uh,
me.
everybody looks at us, as the safe space. We
Mhm.
hold space for everybody in our
Mhm.
family, our friends. They look to us for the answers. And what they don't realize is that is a huge responsibility.
Yes.
Huge.
And some of the strongest women are usually the loneliest, right?
Exactly. It's almost like
Oh,
that saying, it's lonely at the top. Well, it's lonely
mm,
being the strong one as well. And I think it's something we should talk about.
Well, I am ready to dive in. We have so many things that we want to discuss, but I'm gonna tell you right now that it might be uncomfortable for me, right?
For
Because
you.
for me,
Listen, even when it dropped and I was like, oh, this is where we're going today. I was like, wait,
yeah,
I even said, whose idea was this? Because I don't know if I'm ready. Like,
yeah.
I am one of the strong ones. And that started from childhood.
Oh, oh. So let's talk about that. Let's jump on in here. When we talk, it starts from childhood. Like how many in your family?
I just have myself and my sister that grew up in the same household, and we're 7 years apart. I'm the
7
baby.
years. Oh, that's a
Mhm.
big difference, right?
Huge, huge. My kids are like 10 minutes and 3 years apart. So 7 years is a huge gap. And
Mhm.
it was a problem growing up. As the younger one, I wanted to
Mhm.
follow her and I wanted to do what she was doing. But 7 years, no. Mama
That's
wanted to dress us alike. Like,
and look, I'm a twin. I'm 11 minutes apart
oh,
from a
see,
family of 8.
yeah,
And
oh,
11 minutes and my mama wanted to dress me. Uh-huh. Like my twin.
yeah,
And if you know me and you know my twin, she's little magic. That's not me.
that little magic. And I'm a twin mama. So I was huge on separating identity with them, and then
Mhm.
they were color coded. I didn't
Yes.
do that. My mother did that. So one was pink,
Yes.
one was purple. To this day, that's still their favorite colors. It's a weird thing, but anyway.
Same
Um,
thing. Same thing with my twins, pink, purple, the fact that I'm a twin, and I'm like, they will have their own identity.
exactly. We had separate cakes, all the things.
Mhm.
Um, but like as a child myself and being the youngest, I started to notice a difference between how my mom treated me and how
Mhm.
she treated my sister. And I think it was just a matter of, she was this old when she had my sister. And
Mhm.
then she was this age 7 years later when she had me. And there's a maturity that changes, or you kind of know what you're doing, or
Mhm.
you just want to approach things differently. And so, as my sister and I got older, it almost felt like there was some sort of resentment towards me, and I didn't understand it.
Yes.
Um, and I realize now that my mother subconsciously created that.
And for me, it was, "You're a twin. You guys should be like this." And
Right.
honestly, it wasn't until I was diagnosed with cancer at
Mm,
36 that,
yeah.
like, we became like this. Now, no, you couldn't mess with her now. No, you could not, because Imma
Right.
show up and show out,
Right.
right?
Right. Yeah.
We were sisters, but that twin bond that
Mhm.
everybody thinks you have,
Yeah.
but we were
My girls have
treated
that. Yeah.
very, very differently. So
To hear you say that, as a twin mom, and I
mhm,
have 3 daughters and 1 son, right? My son
mhm,
is the oldest. And I'll give a personal example.
mhm,
We have a group text, and I had sent one a message, I sent another one a message, and I didn't message this one. And
mhm.
she responded and says, "I didn't get a text." And in my
Mm,
mind, I was like, "I knew you were good."
yeah,
So that mentality for me came from my own childhood. You're the
yes.
strong one. So I wasn't checked on as much. And when my daughter said it, it was like, you cannot do that.
You can't
You
now,
cannot
my
do that.
example is I was the first one in our family to purchase a house, early
Mm,
20s, right?
mhm.
My mom showed up, she gave me a bouquet of
Oh,
roses
love it.
made out of $100 bills, and I was
Nice.
like, "Okay," and we
Mama
stepped
was
out.
ahead of her time because they do that now, okay?
I know, right? Because 'Cause I'm far from, early 20s. Um,
Yeah. I won't call
so
that out, but
there you go, of a certain age.
yeah.
Um, so we stepped outside and we were looking at my home,
Mhm.
and she said to me, "I knew you would be the first. I knew you would do it because you were always the strong one." And in
Mhm.
that moment, I said to her, "But it shouldn't always be like that."
Right.
And I wasn't trying to downplay because I had an amazing mother,
Right.
but because you always thought I was gonna be okay, and she said, "I always knew you were gonna be okay." I said, "But you
Mhm.
should check on the ones that you think are gonna be okay." Like right now it's hashtag check on the strongest person in your life, right?
Right. Yeah.
We say that, but,
Yeah.
even in with kids, the one that's stronger, we need to check on those individuals, right? See, I have twins, and the one that is the bigger one, which is
Mhm.
me, taller. I was the
Mhm.
bigger one, Sharon was a little magic,
Mhm.
and they always think that the younger one, who's also the biggest one in
Mhm.
stature, is the one that's gonna be able to hold her own. That's the one I worry about.
Right?
'Cause
It's tough.
mhm,
And
yeah.
I don't think I realized that my mother had done that until I had my own children.
Oh, and did that make you look at yourself differently? Like
It did, like I said, when my daughter said that, I had to take a step back, and I mean, I started replaying so many situations where I didn't check on her
mhm,
because I knew she was okay. And it's not like I didn't know the other ones are okay, but
mhm,
each child is different and you have to
yeah,
love them differently, if that makes sense.
yeah.
Um, but it made me look back at my own childhood and was like, man, I was always expected to be the strong one.
Now, did you ever feel like that you couldn't fall apart
Yes.
because so many people depended on you? You got 3 girls,
Yeah.
mother of twins, a
Yeah.
son in this world, and
And even amongst my friends, I'm
oh,
everyone's safe space. I
mhm,
hold everybody's skeletons. I help
mm,
everybody through everything. And I can be in the midst of my own thing, but they still know they can come to me,
yeah,
and I got them. I hold everybody together. A friend of mine, her fiance said, I never understood why everybody kind of centered around you. And now I realize you're the nebulous of the friend group.
Mm.
And I was like, that's heavy.
And that's a word.
Girl.
The pressure of being the strong one. I mean, we've been talking about that, but let's talk about the loneliness of this, right? That
Right.
nobody sees. That's heavy. The
It is.
emotional toll it takes on you.
Yeah.
Um, Goodness.
I
Feeling
think
unseen too.
that part, and a lot of women deal with this and they never speak up about it. They just sit
Mm,
in it and they're feeling some kind of way about it. But guess what? The strong one hasn't been given a space to say it out loud.
yeah. And we're always thinking about it and they have moved on.
And it's exhausting.
And I was gonna say they drain us like vampires, right?
It's exhausting. The strong one holds space for everyone. You hold all of their stuff. Now, here's the thing, they
Uh-huh.
come to you because you're the strong one, they release it. You pick it up, and now you're carrying all of their stuff while they're feeling fine. And they're
Mhm,
going on, and
mhm.
especially if you're an empath, you know, they're
Mm.
going on about their business. And here you are now carrying and holding all of their stuff. You got your sister stuff, your mama stuff, your kid stuff, your man stuff.
Yeah,
Listen.
the whole environment stuff. And
And
all the while feeling like nobody sees me,
mhm.
and then I don't come off soft to a lot of people. But
Well, let's talk about it.
when you are layering so many things and you're not talking about it, right? But let's talk
Mhm,
about it here. How
mhm.
heavy is that? Oh, you know how Regina is. But
Oh,
if you
oh, you
knew,
get that too?
oh, you know, Gina, you know, Auntie, you know
Yeah.
this, you
Oh,
know that.
you know how Tasha is. Just
Yeah,
like that, in that same tone. But yet, you know how I am, but yet y'all all come to me when you need somebody to hold you up. And I'm talking
yeah,
emotionally. I'm not
yeah.
talking all the other stuff. Just the
No.
emotional, strong one. So
Mhm,
I'll put it this way, and this is going to sound so morbid, but even I remember being 11, 12 years old, right?
mhm,
I was the one making the calls when my grandfather passed.
mhm.
Everybody else falling apart and breaking. Now he lived with me. I had a bond.
Uh-huh.
It was me that was making calls to his daughter
Mhm.
who was in another state. And when I look back at that, I'm like, this has been my whole life being everybody's strong one. I don't want to be.
Mm-mm. No, but
It's not a choice.
would you have it any other way?
So here's the problem. At this
Okay.
point, no, now I think it's a control thing.
Mm, explain.
It's I can control the narrative. I can control how
Mhm,
much you give. I can control how much I give back. I can control how much I want to hear. I can control how much I don't want to hear. But
mhm,
then it's like, but who checking for me?
mm.
Then you start to resent people for not checking for you, and all they got is you're the strong one. So I don't know.
Becau
Now that I said it, it was like, wait, I don't want that kind of control. I don't want that power struggle of, but I'm the strong one. No, I want to
Yeah,
be soft. I want to be soft and, you know, take my hands off of things sometimes too.
yeah. I want it goes both ways for me.
Hmm.
Because I am where I am or whatever I'm doing, the position I'm in, whatever that
Mhm.
is in the number of I'm the 5th child, or
Mhm.
I'm a twin,
Mhm.
or I'm a person that, is an advocate for care and all these things.
Yeah.
I welcome when they call me because I have the resources, right? And those resources could be connecting you with A, B, C, and D. I welcome that. What I
Yeah.
don't like is people who say, "I hate coming to you because you have the resources." Then don't mention it and don't come.
I'm like, wait, what?
So I so say if it's a family member, right?
Mhm.
And it's a family member, we all have our talents, right?
Right.
We
Right.
all have our talents for us. Like let's talk about us.
Mhm.
Guru, I call you a guru of all thing platforms, right? And
Okay.
then we started talking about podcasting. He was like, that's not my
Oh,
lane,
nothing.
right?
Right. Yeah.
But when we come together, you have an aha moment as you're going through your phone. I'm doing literally writing stuff down, and it's the combination of both, and we complement each other.
Right. We work in our strengths.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if this is mine, don't take away from it by saying,
I got you.
you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Saying that, I hate that I have to come to you to have this conversation. And I'm not talking about financial. We could just chat it up, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
I always say to you, Tasha, tell me when to shut up. And
Yeah.
not once have you ever told me
No.
no, because I'm
No.
coming from a place that I care about you, coming from a
Right.
place of love.
Right.
And so I find myself, if I have to keep saying that, then maybe that's the wrong person that needs to receive that. Or maybe I'm not the person to give it to them, if
Well,
that makes
here's
sense.
the thing. Those are the people who I got. Look, let me figure out how I want to say this.
Well, we said we were going to just
No,
say
no
it.
filter. You're right.
Yep,
Well,
yep,
those are
yep,
the
yep.
people who wish they were strong, but they won't admit how weak they are. Because if you were strong, you could receive what you could receive it without hating. You had to come to me for it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
It does, because even in my weakest moments, I know
Mm-hmm.
my strengths.
Right. And I can admit my weaknesses. I mean, they're few
Yeah.
and far between, but
Yes.
I can't admit them,
Yes.
but I can also stand in my strength, which was not always a choice.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of those, you had to be strong because you
Mm-hmm.
had to be. I didn't choose to be. And so I think other people stand in the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
other people like to be victims of their situation sometimes.
And have you ever been in that place where you were a victim of your situation?
No, I've been a consequence of choices that I made that put myself in certain situations.
Yeah.
Um, I've never been a victim. I just cannot even accept that for myself. I feel like life gives us whatever, how we handle it will put us in whatever situation it is that we in. We got to own that. That's just
Yeah.
me and my truth. But a victim, no.
And I always say, if I keep hitting that same brick wall, it's gonna hurt. So
Okay.
it's a choice.
He's gonna bruise. Exactly.
It's gonna
It's a,
bruise. Like
it's
each time you hit it, it's gonna get that bruise gonna show up bigger and bigger. And at some point, you got to figure it out, right? And I always tell my husband that this is my word. I can only care as much as you do, right? When I'm telling
choice.
him, when I'm
Mhm.
talking to friends and things like that, and he'd be like, "But why do you care?" And then I'm like, these are the people I love, but some of them are snowflakes. We talked about that in the
Yeah,
last segment.
yeah. I think
Like,
that's
you got to remember that some people come in your life for a reason or a season. I know that sounds like corny, but it's true for that
mhm,
moment. And you
mhm,
don't know if, like, you came into my life and I was like, I'm not even present, but you were present for my girls, right?
mhm,
And I
mhm.
wasn't present because life situation. That
Yeah,
was the reason I needed you. That was the season. But look, 10 years later, where we're at,
right?
right? And
Yeah.
so we're building these relationships. And even with building relationships from childhood, we talked about, from adulthood, what it looked like. And
Mhm.
now we're talking about moving into a relationship and dating.
So,
I'm
have a scenario that
gonna
happened.
let you go ahead.
Um, a friend of
Uh-huh.
mine, I had just met, we were dating, right?
Mhm.
And a friend of mine came to visit, and she
Mhm.
says to him, "So you do realize this is like dating Oprah. Can you handle that?" I was like, "Girl, what? What are you saying to him? Like, what does that even mean?" Right?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, "What are you?" She's like, "I mean, we even went to the mall, and people was coming up like, 'Oh, you're Tasha Prescott,' and then I was like, 'I'm in my city,'
Mhm.
right?" But for her to go and say that to him, I felt some kind of way. I did, right?
What did you feel? Like, what were you feeling?
I felt like was being she was being rude, right?
Mhm.
And we had just started dating. So in my mind, I'm like, you making it seem like, you know, can he handle this strong woman that could be a whole lot?
Yeah.
Essentially, is what she was saying to him. And he was like, yeah, no, I know.
Mhm.
But me personally, I was like, girl, stop. Like, I didn't talk to her for years. Okay. I've years.
Years.
I'm not even exaggerating.
Yep.
Like, for years. I put her on the plane like 2 days after this
In her
happened.
bag.
Ain't talked to her for years. I was so
Mm,
offended. One, as a friend, is that really what you feel about me? Is that
mhm.
how you viewed me? Do you think I think I'm bigger than myself? So, that was that weird part. But for him, he could have said, you know what, you're right. That's too much. Because some men can't
Go
handle strong.
ahead.
They can't handle a strong woman. You got a lot of these young women out here right now who, let's be honest, they're being raised to be independent women. I don't need no man. I don't need this. I don't need that. I don't. Oh, wait, did I go too far? And let's be honest, they don't even know what strong woman is yet. But that's what they're being taught.
And this whole independent woman thing. I don't need this. I don't need that. Well, then
No,
go sit in the corner somewhere,
and be
right?
by yourself.
Be by yourself.
And then
Because
complain.
I have a thing about, and this is my thing, I have a thing about independent women, the word independent, not knowing what
Okay.
it really
Mm-hmm.
means. I have a thing about sassy,
Mm,
diva. Like
mm, mm,
sometimes they're stereotypes versus
mm,
what they really mean.
mm-hmm.
Because if you say independent woman in a in the context of she's independent, she don't need anybody. To me, that's like that stereotype that we're fed and we're taught.
Right.
You don't need this person. All you can depend on is yourself, right?
Yes. Yes.
And then you go into adulthood and then you start looking for a partner
Mhm.
and you're like, I don't need that person.
Can I add something to that though?
Yeah, go ahead.
The mothers that are out there teaching their children or their daughters that's their own trauma because they didn't have somebody there for them. So now they're trying to teach their daughters you don't need them. Well, here's the problem. You wanted them. That's why you haven't let it go. But carry on. Okay.
I need something to say carry on at the bottom. Like
Just carry on because these moms are ruining their daughters with that mentality. And it's coming from their own trauma. Like you had this baby, the man gone for whatever reason, and now
mhm,
you and your strong, independent self are throwing your daughters out here to say, you don't need nobody.
can't never
Well,
trust nobody.
because
Never
you
trust a
chose
man.
wrong.
Never trust a woman.
Because they chose wrong.
They chose wrong.
Or whatever. Because
And
somebody
I
gonna kick back.
and I
I
have
don't think
done
he
that
got you on
before.
you. Look, I could take the heat. I ain't trying to bring the heat to you, but that's real. And as a mom of three daughters,
Say
yeah,
it.
that's not okay. Three
Yeah.
adult daughters. I know I look 25, but I got
I
grown daughters. Okay.
I I,
you
I
know,
love it.
so we got to stop putting the demand on our daughters of this independent, strong woman narrative when we don't even know what that is.
Now,
All we're
can I
doing
say,
is passing on our mother's traumas to our children. The buck got to stop somewhere.
well, let me talk about the men then, right?
Yeah.
And what I mean is I'm talking about the little boys that we keep saying you're the man of the house.
Tell them like they are.
That baby is a child.
Okay. Yeah.
That is not your husband, your partner. That child should not know everything that you're going through.
Sharing way too much.
Way
Sharing
too
way too
much.
much.
But we
Yeah.
do that as mothers too. We share way too much to our kids. Now, this is me talking.
Yeah.
However, you parent your child, you
Yeah.
parent your child. But guess
Right.
what? You might not have a play date with mine. I'm just saying.
I know that's right. Keep your kid away from my kid with that nonsense. Yeah.
Oh, you the man of the house. That
No.
is the little boy of the house.
Right.
That's a little boy. That's a kid
Yeah.
in the house that
Yeah.
you built.
And sometimes if that has happened and you have a split household or whatever, those sons, they may think that their position is to step up and be the man of the house. And mom's job should be to correct that. No, you're still my son.
Yeah.
You're
Go
not the
out and
man of the
play.
house. You're the son.
Yeah.
Stand down.
And everybody's situation is different, right?
It is.
And how you choose to parent, just
Mm.
know that outlook, right? Like people might say that like my kids, like, this is old school, all right, right here. I asked my kids if they knew what a switch was.
They didn't know what that is.
They said, "You talking about that light switch right there?" And I said, "Imma pat myself on the back
Okay, that part.
because
You
they
have never
don't know
said
what it
never on this.
is."
Yes, exactly.
They were at, doing something, and, it was someone teaching them something, sewing, right? I want them
Mhm.
to know how. I wish I would have paid attention to my mother.
Yeah.
So my lovely friend across the street, she had my girls over there, and she called me. She said, "Oh, I don't want you to think I said something wrong to them." And I was like, "What was said?" Because, one of my kids is gonna correct you, like, on
Mhm.
point, no filter.
Mhm.
And she
Mhm.
said, "Well, I said darn," or something like that. And I said, "Ma'am, don't pay no attention to her." She said, "But she told me that that was a bad word,
Yeah.
or ooh." Or and
Mhm.
I'm telling them that they can use better words.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
you need to be a wordsmith. Don't
Yeah.
don't don't use words that, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. Mommy has dropped it, right? I dropped the F bomb
Uh-oh.
this week.
Oh, the world
And I
ended.
and I did not take it back. I just said I should have
Owned
kept
it.
that in my head.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
wasn't to them, it was to a grown man.
Oh, gotcha.
Um, it was a business thing, and I was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I should have kept that in my head," but I'm not apologizing
Right.
for it because 'cause I'm
Yeah.
surprised I dealt with it for 3 months already. But anyway, that's on the business side. But I pat myself on the back that they don't know what that is, but some people are like, "Your girls are gonna be soft." What's
Mm.
wrong with that?
That part. We should be able to let the guard down.
Mhm,
We should want our daughters to feel safe and vulnerable to
mhm,
let the guard down. The strong woman mentality, it's lonely.
yes,
It is the culprit of emotional emptiness and unavailability in a lot of
mhm,
people. And that's being passed down from one generation to another generation to another generation to another generation. Stop
mm,
teaching this strong woman thing. Because I can guarantee you, as one of these strong ones, we don't want it.
we don't want it.
I've literally said, God, take the strength off of me.
Mm,
I don't want to be the strong one for everybody anymore.
no.
I
When
don't. So,
when I met my husband and
hmm
he was talking about courting me, I was like,
hmm
What are you
hmm
talking about?" Or when he told me to be selfish, it's like, you need to
hmm
be selfish because if you're selfish and you take care of yourself, then you can be good to me and to others, right? You
right.
know how long it took me to take that
To get that.
in and
Because you've been
really
programmed otherwise.
yeah,
Yeah.
selfish. What?
hmm
What do you mean? I gotta give to you, give to this, give to that. Like my kids still go to bed at 8. I don't they'll probably be 18 and still in their room at 8 because I
That
need
was
my
my
own time.
kids. They still joke on how long we had bedtimes. They were like in high school, but it was
Yeah,
structured. It just was a natural thing.
yeah,
But he wasn't wrong in that, and I appreciate him doing that for you. He took that
yeah.
off, right? So,
But how
um,
long did I have to wait to realize it was okay?
oh, it's
Girl.
like I said, it's deprogramming. A
Yeah,
long time, I'm sure.
a very long time. And so when you go into motherhood and caregiving and burnout, right? We have both been we both are mothers, right?
Yep.
We've been in that caregiving role and we've been burnt out, but yet we've been the only ones
Yeah,
that can deal.
that's a
And that
that's a
work.
space.
Oh, I know we're gonna have a whole nother segment on that.
I know, like that's a tough space, and I try to move with so much grace
Mm,
when discussing caregiving because it's not just me, and the words I use to how I feel affect other people. So caregiving is a tough one on me.
yeah. I watched
Uh,
my sister take care of
mhm.
my sister. Tomorrow
Mhm.
makes a year
Yeah.
since she's passed.
Yeah.
And she wasn't just her sister, she was also a mother figure to her. I think
Mhm.
it's been 20 years since my mom passed.
Yeah.
She moved home to take care, and we lived in the same city together. My
Yeah.
mom asked her to come home and help her take care of my father who
Mm,
died. But right
mm,
before then, my brother died, who was my best friend,
yeah.
right? So you got my brother, and then you have my father, you have my sister moving home. Her
Mm,
whole life has changed. Who
mhm,
knew that my mother would die a few years later and go through the dying process quickly?
yeah.
And then we have my sister, she had her daughter.
Mm,
And then we have two sisters that are still in high school. All of them is the same.
that's a
So
lot.
she went from being a mother of one to a mother of three
Yeah.
and being a caregiver and
Mhm,
being burnt out because we seen
mm,
how my mother was burnt out from being
mhm,
a caregiver to my sister, my brother, and her own husband. She watch my all of them take their last breath.
yeah.
And
That's
I
a
think my oh my goodness, I think my mom gave my sister a gift by letting her sleep in. That was the one time that she didn't get up.
wow.
And even with my sister who just passed, my
Mhm,
sister was not able to
yeah.
be at the hospital with her
I remember
because
that.
she
Yeah.
had the same thing. And
Mhm,
I said, "It is a gift."
mhm,
Because even when you came, you said
yeah,
I had to leave
yeah.
because you knew and I already knew. So it was a
Mhm,
gift for me to be in there for 10 days with her.
yeah.
And it was a and that grace that you feel, I think she had that grace because I know at that time she's already not there. But
Right.
that, and I
Yeah.
had to remind her that caring giving, losing someone and seeing someone not be who they used to be.
Right. Well, I care for my mom. She has dementia.
Mhm.
And watching the sharpest woman I know
Mm.
fade every day. And we went through it with my grandmother as well.
Mhm.
And, you know, you can be strong all you want to,
Mm.
but I'm one moment from where are my keys from breaking? Like, do I have it too? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
the anxiety of we have 3 generations of women now with dementia or Alzheimer's in my family. So when I say the caregiving aspect, that is my weakness. Remember, I said I got fear.
Mm.
That
You
right
got a
there,
few.
and the anxiety of what happens with me being the strong one, and then if I can't do, who's doing it when I'm
Yeah.
unable? I think that alone, the mental heaviness of that, it's tough. But
It's like who's your support?
this podcast,
That's why we came up with it, right?
yeah,
Because talking to a friend, talking
that's
like we
tough if they don't
discussing,
get it.
they don't get it, right?
Yeah.
And then finding a connection with someone that you were like, "Okay."
It could be the weirdest, the connections that people don't get. Like, how did them two connect? Like, that don't even make sense, right? But
Yeah,
it could be that tiniest little piece that,
that
but you
one.
get it. And it's safe for me to say this because you don't carry any weight of what
Mm,
I'm saying to you about this in my
yeah,
life when it comes to being the strong one. And, I've realized most of the people I connect with on that level are not also the strong one in that aspect. So they're the strong one in their realm, but on a different thing. You know what I mean? Like their
exactly.
strength
Oh, yeah.
and my strength is in that. And then we come together like this right here, and it's okay. So
Yeah.
that's where, pouring into each other, which I mean, I hope that's what people end up getting out of this podcast is
Mhm.
bring it to us. Because
Bring
they
it
don't,
to us.
yeah, they don't have that. Bring it to us. Let us
And
talk about it.
let us talk about and guess what? We're not gonna carry it on, right?
No, we're gonna hash it out right here. We're gonna ask people to write in and help us hash it out to give them
Yeah,
some clarity on how they're processing and how they're working their way through that, whatever it is. I think
because go ahead.
I think women have to do that for each other.
We do.
Mm.
And even with this, when we were talking about the strong woman, we were talking about, well, we can't leave out the men, right?
No, because we want them to hear this.
We want them to hear this. And we also want the strong men that are out there, right?
The alphas,
The alphas, what it look
the
like, right?
betas in the tank. Okay.
How can you be soft in that moment, right? Because my husband was my caregiver and still is.
Mm-hmm.
In different aspects of it, when
Mm-hmm.
surgery happens, when this
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
But when we were married, got married on a certain day, and then
Mm-hmm.
16 days later, I'm on the table being chopped up like
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands up in here.
Right.
I'm not the same person that had two tatas, right? I don't
Right.
care if my
Right.
man is a leg man. I know these don't look the same.
Right.
They don't feel the same.
Right.
And now we're talking about in sickness and in health. I
Mm-hmm.
started out sick.
Right. That's wild. But
And
yeah.
man, and when I went to certain like groups, they were like,
Mm.
"Oh, my husband left me when I was in chemo."
I've heard that often,
Oh yeah.
actually. Mm-hmm.
One person was
Can
like,
handle it.
yeah, they couldn't handle it,
They had
right?
betas.
But then also
I'm sorry. No, I'm not. But go
no,
ahead.
you're not. But also what used to get on my nerves was like, I'm surprised he stayed
People said that to you?
in my face. Or they were like, I've never seen this side of her. She's softer because of you. In my face. Somebody even said that at my wedding. I was like, and the
Mm.
next day I had to go for my treatment plan. But see, I met the man at the time that I knew was going to be there during my ups and downs. Now, could he
Mhm.
skedaddle? Yeah.
Right.
Then he wasn't the one for me. But the fact that you said,
Right.
I surprised he stayed.
Because they didn't. They didn't show up.
Mm-mm.
I just want that's what I'm hearing. They're
Yeah.
surprised because they wouldn't have.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
People be exposing themselves with their words.
But
Like,
that was the women.
yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
even it I sometimes I be thinking I am anti-woman, I promise you. Um,
it, it is something else.
wow.
And if you truly know me, like if you know me,
Mhm.
you know the kind of people I attract,
Mhm.
right? And the
Mhm.
people who are attracted to me, because I'm a
Right.
special kind of bird,
You're right. Yeah.
right? So I'm gonna need that balance. Instead of
Mhm.
saying we really balance each other out, it was more like she's never been this side. I couldn't be that side with y'all because I had to be the strong one.
That's when you could let it down. You could let that guard
Yes,
down. You knew he was your safe place to fall, and
man.
it should be that in
Yeah,
marriage. It ain't
it
often.
ain't.
Let's
No,
let's call
let's
it
be
like
real.
that's something a lot of women will not say. Why? Because they
Yeah.
chose it. That's probably another episode.
Hey, can I say, we will get on each other's nerves from your
Oh,
friendships to
100%.
your loved ones.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like I called a friend the other day and I said, I just need to hear my road dog's voice. I just need to
Mhm.
know because when I call you, you going to show up. And
Right.
she was one of the three that brought my wedding dress to me because I was in a different city.
Yeah.
And I was gonna cut it up because on that same day that they said, "Your wedding dress ready?" They said,
Mm.
"Yes, ma'am, you got cancer."
Hoo
So
child.
these 3 will climb through a window
Right.
and make it happen. They
Yeah.
will bust through a door, right? And the person will walk right on. These are my 3, and I called one of them yesterday, and she's like, "What's wrong, friend?" I was like, "I just need to hear somebody I know who's gonna stand up for me. I don't
Mm.
have anything to right now in this moment.
Mhm.
I just needed to hear your voice."
Yeah.
And sometimes you just need to hear that person's voice that, they're also dealing. I'm not laying
Right.
anything in their
Right.
lap. I
Nope.
just wanted to hear your voice.
Right. Yeah.
And because that friend is tired of being strong, tired of being hit, tired of being, when I say hit, hit with life.
Oh, I know. I knew. Oh, let's clarify it for the people.
For the people, right?
Yeah.
Let the people know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But those are the things that we have to, it's okay to be soft. And what does that look like? And if I'm soft,
Yeah.
What does that mean to you? So,
Mm.
as we talk about this, and we're hoping that more people will express that. You might not like what we said. That's okay.
Okay. Right.
Get your own mic. There you go.
See,
And get your own
those on the
person
tip of my tongue. That's why we here, because
and do your own thing.
and do your own thing.
Do your own thing, right?
Yeah.
But I think this is something that I definitely need, and it can be uncomfortable, and we're unpacking stuff in a very small segment, right?
Exactly.
So we're doing this because it dropped in your spirit,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, wait a minute,
Right?
we can do childhood, adulthood, and
Yeah.
marriage, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
just in those relationships with your kids and your
Exactly.
family as you grow up, and what's that look like for you?
Yeah.
And we want to know, what does it look like for you? So as we round this out,
Yeah.
what are some things that you would like to make sure that we made clear, or maybe it's unclear? I don't know, because
Mm.
some people listen and be like, cancel. Can't nobody cancel me.
You can't
Um,
cancel me.
Cancer didn't cancel me. You can't cancel
Okay, that
me.
part. Hello.
But what are some things that that we've discussed that you
Right.
want to make sure that somebody takes away,
Right.
take something away from this?
Or have you caught yourself doing what we just talked about to other people?
Mhm.
Like, oh, I know you good because you're the strong one.
Mm,
Maybe this conversation made you realize you were doing that subconsciously and you didn't even know.
mhm.
I think it's important for us to really take a look at that and say, you know what? I have done that. And this is what I'm doing to make sure I don't do that to my children or my spouse. And, learning to let your spouse love you properly because you the strong one.
Oh,
That's probably a whole nother episode
that's a
right there.
whole nother segment. But
Let
I
me
'cause I shared that I needed to stand down with you. I said I was the one that needed to stand down.
Mhm, mhm.
It is and I'm still working on that. Stand down.
I'm on the other
Be
side. I need you to stand up, sir. Okay.
and everybody and people think that when you stand down, you're being kept. Mm-mm.
Oof. No.
And
No.
sometimes the people don't realize who's keeping who.
Oh, I think when you learn to stand down, you're standing in your healed space.
Oh,
Mhm.
even when you're hurting.
Even when you're hurting, you can
And
be
yes,
healed and still hurting, you know?
man,
Um,
I
yeah.
I told myself I was gonna sit still this year,
I'm
but
sorry.
but be still. And then I said, well, what is sitting still looking like?
I
What does
was
that
about to
look like?
say, what's your be still look like? Because I know when you should have been still and you were not. So,
Still not. I still got 5 more
okay,
days that I'm supposed to be
okay, that part.
down. I I think my sitting still is listening to my creative space.
I think this is my being still. This is
Yeah.
my sitting in and having the conversations that I've sat silently for
Mm.
so long and processing it. This is my still. And this is probably as still as you're going to get me.
And people are gonna say again, how in the world did that happen?
Okay, right?
How in the world did that happen? But it happens because we, again, this truth, this healing, this friendship,
Yep.
this growth, these hard conversations, right?
Yeah.
Um, some people are not gonna like what we had to say, and
They're
that's
not, and
okay.
we might not be for them. And that's
And we
okay.
might and that's okay. But
It's,
understand that we have these soft moments and we're gonna keep talking about it, because just like we want you to feel seen, we're gonna be seen too,
yeah.
right? And this is how we're feeling this. And you're gonna see some times when we are empowering what looks good,
Yeah.
what feels good, not just what looks good, what feels good,
Feels good.
right?
Yeah.
And in those moments, we're going to continue to create these spaces, and we're going to laugh about them. They're going to be organic, and you're going to see it. And I'm looking forward to it, Tasha.
I am too. I am so excited. This was such a good conversation. And I'm glad that you and I got to have it. I can't wait to see or hear what people think and are left with by us bringing this up.
And you got to remember, please make sure that you reach out to us on all our platforms, right? We
Definitely.
talked about it at the very beginning.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that you hashtag us so we could be seen,
Yeah.
right? Our YouTube
Yes.
already there.
Yes.
You're going to start seeing more content on TikTok,
For
right?
sure.
And you can actually email us what to
We want to hear from
closetconversations
you. Right.
26 at gmail.com. We want to hear from you. We want to hear what you have to say, but understand that cancel is not us.
Good luck with that. Okay, girl.
She's been in the world of all this before me. I just sit over here with my whole, my little likes and my little people and keep it moving.
We're gonna get
But
you
you
next
can try. We'll give you grace. I give you grace the the first time. The
time.
grace the first
Okay.
time, right?
Yeah.
I give you that. If it's a family member, you might get 3. And the 3 could be I don't pick up, I don't call, and I don't respond. Those are my 3. So you thought I was just gonna let
Okay. Because I was
I
like,
don't pick up, I don't respond. Yeah, those are my 3. But guys, this has been great. We can't wait to welcome you again for another closet conversation with Regina and Tasha, where style meets substance and sisterhood speaks freely. All right. So we're gonna try to get out of here because this is we new to this.
right.
Right? We're
Yeah.
new to this. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time.